Next up, last one. A Malaysian woman, 34, allegedly cut off her boyfriend's genitals with a knife after finding out that he's married.
The situation is, alamak, the cutting off part is smart lah.
Welcome to the Lao Jiaos Podcast. This is where we bring you unfiltered and unapologetic takes on news, current affairs, and all things that people pretend to understand. I am your host, Eldet, host of the Football Kaki, but today I'm on the Lao Jiaos. And with me, I have fellow Lao Jiaos, Paul and Jordan. How are you guys doing, bros?
Welcome to the Lao Jiaos.
This is my first time here, actually.
This is also my first time here, right? And it's very weird because you can see I still have my Football Kaki backdrop behind me. The original three of the Football Kaki are back together again.
Hey, speaking of Lao Jiaos, right? I don't want to review my age lah, but I am due to change my IC.
Finally, I can say that you are old.
Speaking of like Lao Jiaos, right? I literally went to take my passport photo yesterday. Just in time before my birthday. If not, I cannot find, right?
I got now to one more, to next year to say that welcome to the 30s club. Before I move to the 40s club.
I'm a bit not in the middle. Like Jordan, I'm technically in the middle lah. So I'm just a bit further right. But
why do? Because you look different from when you were initial 15 when you initially got the thing, right?
Correct.
So then what? After that is every 15 years will change or what?
I think the next one will be
50.
55 or 50. Yeah,
I think maybe about 50. I think it's 50 like that. Maybe another 20 years.
So it's literally halfway marks of your life lah.
Yes, correct. Because your face will change, right?
But you can't change your face.
Correct.
You can't see me.
Wait. There's such a thing called plastic surgery, okay? So you don't anyhow say that you cannot change your face.
Since you both football kakis here, Arsenal is on top of the table.
Oi!
No more second place. Hey.
Actually, not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Though yes, we are super consistent in our second place for 4 straight seasons.
Wow.
Okay. I must say this right. Like, being on top of Liverpool, right, is no big feat. No, it's not a small feat, sorry. It's no small feat, not no big feat. No small feat, it's a very big feat. Before we get into the main segments, right, and basically run out the show, I just want to ask you guys, right, have you all heard the new Taylor Swift album? Especially Paul being a super fan.
Okay, bro, I have to admit something. Whenever Taylor Swift releases a new album, right, I don't listen to it immediately because I don't have the bandwidth to go and listen song by song. I need to hear it in the shopping mall, in the radio first, Then I was like, okay, this song is nice. Then I'll go and investigate more, But I won't go and listen diligently song by song to see which one is nice. You get what I mean? Yeah, I need to hear it organically first before.
Let it flow past your
let it flow, correct.
Hey.
Yeah, I was like, hey, this is still nice, Yeah, then okay. Let me go and investigate the lyrics.
That's quite natural way,
Yeah, for sure. Especially if you see in Grab all this, right? Then the song will come out on the radio, this kind of thing.
Okay. But Josh, do you do the same thing? If let's say you to listen to a new song or a new album comes out?
I'm slightly different. I'm more if the trailer, the sneak peek of the music sounds nice, I don't mind to go and listen to particular songs or album.
But I remember last time Jordan watched 2012. Then he go and listen to the Adam Lambert, is it? Yeah, because it was a credit song. Then he was like, hey, this song nice. Then he go and search. I remember he searched the Adam Lambert song. Then he's like, hey, it's by Adam Lambert.
Or something.
yeah, correct.
I listened to the Showgirl, right? Yeah, I think the start is nice. It's quite catchy, Yeah, I have not explored the rest.
We are here today to talk about news and current affairs and all the things that people pretend to understand. So, in today's episode, we're going to go through 3 different segments, which is a segment of the week, which will be Paul this week. And then we've got a main news segment where we'll be covering 3 individual news topics. The ending part, right, we will have the Alamak Meter. Start with the segment of the week. And I'll hand it over to Paul. What is your segment of the week?
I've observed the past few episodes, some of our fellow Lao Jiaos, right? They were covering different segments. I think Jordan here is covering on travel. Ten Yang is covering on cars, right? So I will cover interesting events that is happening in Singapore, clearly to entertainment, sports and music lah. Okay, so the big news, right, that happened this week is that the Wicked premiere is going to be in Singapore.
Oh.
Wicked 2020, Wicked for Good. I don't know if you all watched the movie last year.
I didn't.
So it's quite a pretty good deal because Ariana Grande is coming.
Yes.
Cynthia Erivo is coming. So it's quite insane, It's when did Singapore last did a movie premiere? with such big stars. I don't think they ever done it before. Maybe Avengers, but it was like part of the tour, right?
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. I remember they did
and
one Marvel
it
show
wasn't like
recently.
the full cast that came. Yeah, correct. Then they reviewed like the Soul Stone somewhere, right? Like, but it was during the premiere. I saw this wicked premiere, right? It's gonna be in Universal Studios actually. So Universal Studios, they're gonna launch the premiere. So Ariana Grande is gonna be there, right?
Okay.
And if you notice, right, they actually sell tickets to this premiere, which is at the Universal USS website, the Universal Studios website. And it's going for, would you like to make a guess per ticket?
Are we talking about attending the premiere and the red carpet, or are we attending the premiere?
It is a closed door event. So I think if you go to red carpet, it's only by invitation. But you can be part of the crowd that is like, there are like fan zones, where you can catch a glimpse of them, but not necessarily they guarantee you will meet them. Yeah, so this is like segments in USS that they will place them there. Yeah, so and the best part is, right, you don't get to watch the movie.
Huh?
What?
Wait, so I'm paying to just see the people.
You're paying to enter USS to be close to them. You get an admission ticket for 13 November. You get a $5 meal voucher, but you got to spend $25 first.
Wait, so it's $25 for the ticket to go near the...
It is $93 because it's a ticket into USS.
I guess about $80 plus.
Yes.
I would have
It's $93.
I would have thought maybe maybe 100 plus.
Yeah, correct. So I thought like, okay, $93 for USS and a movie, I think it's not bad, no, right? Correct. But then end up it's a $93 for an admission ticket just to be close to them, but you not guarantee you will like meet them, Okay, like example, like if like those like Comic Con, right? Whenever they premiere a movie, it's always fans behind, right? Like that. Yeah, so I'm guessing it's something similar to this.
Understand.
It's just that it's in Singapore.
Slightly pricey, but I think it's not as pricey as F1.
Oh, yeah,
like those
100%.
stand or walkabout where you just don't even get to see the player in front of you. You just get a car zoom by, right?
Or sometimes they even put the barrier up, right? You can't even see anything.
Yes, yeah.
For me, I look at it more. It's not a bad thing, especially if you want to see a celebrity up close. Because there are some, I do think that for certain people, right, they don't mind having a chance to see Hollywood in person, which I mean is fine. People find it a fun activity. I think actually, honestly, it's not a bad idea. Because, I mean, how rarely will you actually get to see Ariana Grande up close and personal?
She has not done like any Asia, like in Southeast Asia, she's not done any concerts here. So,
correct.
like for Southeast Asian fans, right, this is like your first time and only time to see her in Singapore. Yeah.
Yes.
It's Ariana Grande, like a lot of like fans are gonna be crazy for her.
Yeah. Any other activities on the red carpet or the animation?
Okay, so basically, like the moment you go into USS, you are entitled to everything inside USS. Like the rides. It's just that just so happened this premiere is in USS. So it's like an additional event.
It's an additional
USS.
attraction for the day.
Yeah. Okay, like now currently now they have the Halloween Horror Nights, right? Yeah, so it's something like that, but it's just for on 13 November. Yeah, wicked. Yeah,
What time is it?
I think at night. I'm not too sure about it should be the evening. It should be the evening, bro.
I think at
night. I'm not very sure. I only know
at night very big. To the main news portions today, we have 3 different news stories that the 3 of us are going to discuss and cover, with the first being the fact that the USA and the Senate have confirmed that Dr. Anjani Sinha will be Singapore's new ambassador. I'm just going to ask you guys, right, this question, right? Any first impressions of him, right, and any reactions to this appointment?
Our reaction is the same as the whole world. You just need to watch the video of him getting roasted in like in the Congress, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it says it all. So I don't think I have much comments about it. And he is a long time friend of Donald Trump. So it's a very clear case of own self check oneself.
Yeah. I mean, George, any thoughts?
Every time you are any good friend of the president, then you are being arrowed to do something that you're not strong in. It's like, what the F, right?
Yeah, it's true lah. It's true lah. Like I don't know, right? Like, do you guys have this theory, right, whereby it's just a situation where he's just doing this either as a favor or he just really wants to
stay in Singapore, right?
To stay in Singapore.
It's not a bad country to stay in, for sure.
It's not.
And then I'm pretty sure your accommodation, everything is covered by the US government.
Yeah, it is.
Which is crazy. And then you probably get like a monthly living expenses, private apartment.
Sentosa Cove.
Yeah, comfort. I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Yeah, definitely.
Sentosa Cove for the US embassy. Okay, I'm not gonna go into that, right? But that'll be quite insane, right? But I don't want to ask both of you. Have you all seen the video where he kinda grilled by Senator Tammy Duckworth?
I saw the video.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get Paul's thoughts after this, right? But George, what were your thoughts when you saw the video?
It's just not ready. The facts, the figures, the numbers just don't add up well.
Yep.
The way he present himself, take a long while to reply to all the answers.
Yes.
It's not straight up. They're like, I got the answers. I got the
Yeah.
numbers. Here you go. Yeah, he's like, yeah, thank you for the questions. Thank you for the questions. How many questions? Yeah, every time repeating the same thing, trying to
Agree.
cover up his ass.
I agree. It's like he was like deflecting a lot. Like you could tell like he wasn't prepared because I don't know, maybe for me, what I look at it is more like, if you were to go into even in your own job, you go into a session right, where
Meeting
you
or
cannot,
anything, right?
you cannot grill, right? You probably at least have notes to anticipate potential questions that probably you would need the answers to, right? Do you see the question regarding the trade surplus?
His estimation was like way off.
The actual answer was 2.8 billion. He said 18 billion. Eh. How do you, as a ambassador nominee to the US, right, at that point in time, right, you get an evaluation off by at least 15 billion. Eh. And
Yeah, okay. So I just want to go through the thought process. Like, what is the thought process of choosing him? All I can think of, right, is you're my good friend. You want to stay in Singapore? No? Okay, come. I send you there. This kind of thing.
Like on Senator Tammy Ducksworth channel, right, there is a video, a 6-minute 48-second video of her grilling Dr. Anjani. If he cannot really understand the country that he's going to be an ambassador to, right, what type of impression would that leave on the minister?
Talk to him, right? I would definitely have to feel that, does he even understand my question? Will he give the response I'm looking for? There will still be warm gestures because you have to welcome foreign guests into the country, right? It's just that I think when conversations get into specific details, right, I think they have to be very careful.
That Congress lady asked, do you know when's the ASEAN meeting or something?
Yeah. He cannot answer. He don't know. He cannot answer.
You cannot say don't know.
He cannot answer.
You'll check and revert back. Yeah.
Like they asked her, she asked, what is there a specific issue that you can that they have to handle as the chair of the ASEAN countries, right? Then he said that give very broad topics. Then it's like that's not really an answer. So he never really answered his question. Let's just anticipate and see where this goes down the line, right? Because I would think that it'll probably be a very interesting news story. Moving on to the next news section. I think this one will be interesting, since I have a former Navy boy here. Ex-Singapore Navy officer breaks into a condominium and steals 2.2 million in crypto, buys 7 Rolex watches, and pays off his gambling debts. The officer broke into his friend's house, stole a hard drive with the crypto, transferred the crypto into his account, and paid off all his HDB loans, debts, and bought the watches.
Navy officer some more. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Navy officer don't earn peanuts, When you are so comfortable with that money, right? You tend to do bad things with it. Your vices, your vices will determine how bad you spiral down. Right?
Correct.
Yeah, also. But to steal for your friend, I think is quite unthinkable.
It's a no-go.
And the best part is, right, you steal all this crypto, it's traceable.
Yeah.
Some regulars, right?
Yep.
Pre-colors officers or non-officers. The reason they sign up, right? Because they need that. They need that constant confirmed amount of
salary
of cash from the company.
That is true.
Yeah. Because it's a very safe job. You won't
so
get
IRS go
unless I don't say all regulars are with the same agenda. Some is signed to have this, but then they miscalculate, misuse, and all this. Yeah.
If you want to steal from a friend, right, then I think that relationship already has probably zero trust from the beginning already. There was always a motive. You had a friend that had maybe 2.2 million in crypto, because there's no way that he would have done it if he didn't know already. He probably knew about this for a period of time. Let's just play the other flip coin. So we're looking at the friend's perspective. You're like, hey, how come you never asked me for the money? What are you going to take from me? If you're the guy that stole it, right, how come you go and steal such a big amount? Now, maybe you have the crypto code. Why don't you just reduce little by little? Genuine question.
When I read the article, right, he apparently owe 800k to Singapore Pools, then 680k to illegal gambling website, and then he used some of the money, I think 115k to pay off his HDB.
Yep.
When you give someone who is desperate for money that big amount, right? I mean, the logical thing he did was to pay off his debts, which is good, he don't really go and spiral down to make more debts. But yeah, like what you said, everything is traceable, and apparently I think he transferred the crypto out of his friend's wallet to his own account. Yeah, so I think that is also not very dumb, not very smart. But what fathomed me most is he go and buy 7 Rolex and Audi, right? He originally purchased an Audi for 200k, but he used the money to go and pay off that amount that he owed like Bobo, And okay, maybe not the gaming website. How can Singapore Pools think that this how this guy suddenly get $800,000?
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
We are talking about the guy that steals. What about stepping in the shoes of the friend?
If I was his friend, and I saw this, right, I'll be like, what caused him to get to this point that he has to steal from me?
It's either I'm going to make the police report or you return me the money and now case closed. You can let me know how much money you are owing. I don't really like to help people that owe in big debt, because if I help you 100%, then you're making no effort in clearing off the debt. I rather help you a bit. I think the rest you need to fight your way out of the debt.
If let's say you're the friend and then you ask him to, okay, I need you to pay me back the 2.2 million. How is he going to pay back the 2.2 million when he already got a problem with the money in the first place?
I think by the time like he confronted him, right, he had already spent like I think 90% of it.
Yeah.
You already do something like it's very hard to get the money back because like Singapore pools won't even care, or like the gambling website won't even care where you get your money from. Yeah,
correct.
It's like 100% chance you won't get your money back. 2.2 million.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like even
you
the
can get 10%
judge,
back.
Even the judge or the police can't get that money back for you, man.
No, it's impossible because like even if let's say they sentence him to pay the money back, right? How's he gonna pay the money back?
Yeah, he need like 100 lifetime of the officer pay. You know, I don't even think he can reach that. Like it's like maybe officer earn, let's say, okay, example 1 year, 80 to 100 grand times 15 years.
Yep.
Only that's like 1.5 million, and that's if you don't even spend the money at all.
Yeah, agreed.
Right.
All of that in one fell swoop, but he loses 2.2 million out of nowhere, right? It's like there's a lot of question marks for him. His life is not going to be the same anymore already.
It's like, you know how we always say if we win 2 billion, it's life changing for us, right? But what if you reverse it and say, what happens if you lose it? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe the 2.2 is just something that is maybe something they kept away. Maybe he does have cash on hand. Like, let's move away from the sadness and the negativity. It's something a bit more like lighthearted and happy. I think there was an article that came out whereby Newlyweds hosted a buffet spread along a Tampines HDB corridor, and they actually won praise from their neighbors for keeping the kampung spirit alive, right? A lot of people online praised the move as a very nice, kind gesture, very kampung spirit, whereby they just did it along the corridor, anybody can come to take food.
I mean, we have the traditional weddings at the void deck, right? You see it on quite occasionally. Yep. But for you to open catering for a few days for your neighbors, right?
Yes.
It must show that you maybe have stayed there for a very, very long time already.
Yeah.
You know, maybe since you were a kid, then all your neighbors know you. You always forget, right? Like when you go for a wedding in banquet or this, touch your heart. Like how many of you all really actually go and invite your neighbors, right, to the wedding?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't think it's maybe close to maybe 1 in maybe 10 or 1 in 20, that kind of thing. And then maybe if you think about it, catering for a few days is still cheaper than hosting it in maybe in a hotel or even in a restaurant, Yeah, so I think it can be, if it's within their means, I think why not, yeah? I'm all for it, man.
When troubles come like fire or something, I think your neighbors are the first one to come and reach out to you or something like that. Keeping up with this kind of community spirit, I think, is put aside, not that glam or whatever, but I think it's the hearts and mind that matters. Yeah.
For example, you never know if the neighbors he hasn't eaten for a couple of days, or because they're tight on money. You never know that maybe the guy probably alone, a neighbor's alone, maybe lost his family or something like that. There, right? Then this thing happens, right? It's like, hey, okay, there's a community, there's an environment. It's something that's positive that can help. Will you have your wedding in the HDB corridor? honest. There's no shit.
Wait,
no shit.
Yeah,
but I just want to ask,
right, is this is this additional to their wedding already, or is this this their wedding celebration?
It's additional.
Okay, if you're talking about they already had a ceremony before that, then this is additional. Then I think it's quite cool. It's how nice the corridor is.
No, but then you can get the whole community to go and door up the place.
Yeah, then they open their door, they just throw the confetti
Like a whole effort thing.
Yeah, they throw the confetti out their door. This I think quite cool.
I will do it if I stayed at this block or this
whole
estate
life,
right? For since young, I never move out. All the auntie uncles, even the hawker center auntie uncle, I know them since I was born. Hey uncle, 下个礼拜要结婚了，你来。Then okay it's like if out of nowhere I shift to this new estate, hey uncle 明天我结婚了 who is this guy?
Who are you? The guy,
And the ang pao I must pao how much?
Okay, it says that it's a 2-day wedding banquet. But I don't know whether it was the actual wedding during this period or not.
Okay, let's take it as it is. Okay, yep. I think even though I think it's there's many benefits for this. You spend with your close one, your really close ones.
Yeah.
People you see on a day-to-day basis, and you save money.
I mean, it's true. Like I agree with what Jordan said. If let's say the whole community that you stay in, right, and you grew up in, right, is basically your
It's
entire
there, right,
community is the world that you live in, is the things that you know, right? I mean, it's definitely something different that be like, hey, uncle, auntie, I'm having a wedding, you all can come. Like that type of thing lah. So it's quite cool lah. I might be wrong for saying this, but I won't have a wedding in the corridor lah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's additional, then why not lah, right?
Yeah lah. I think like
if like you already have a ceremony prior to this, then it's fine.
I think if let's say it's like a gesture to thank all the neighbors for being such kind neighbors, right? It's a different thing, but I probably wouldn't have I do in a wedding corridor lah. Moving on to our last section of the show, which is the Alamak Meter.
Oh, Alamak Meter.
Yeah. So before we end today's episode, right, we would like to go through a round of quick fire news, and we will measure basically our thoughts on this particular news using the Alamak Meter, which has 3 different sections. Is low-key smart, plain dumb, or is this really Alamak? Okay. So quick fire. First news section. A Thai durian tycoon puts up $1,191 reward for someone to slap his son's mistress 10 times. And then after that, he cuts ties with his son.
Smart lah.
Smart.
People are motivated by money, right?
Yes.
So if you give them, right, you think the slap will be hard or like half effort one, yeah. Confirm
I mean,
is, bro, if you give 1.9k, is it?
1.1K.
1.191. It's still 1,000. I will do it for free, man.
Cat crossing signs have been put up in MacPherson Garden Estate to alert drivers to roaming community cats.
I think it's like a FYI for blur drivers.
Yeah.
Right, in case they really like don't, you know, there are some people who don't even mind their surroundings, right? Yeah, so I mean it's a bit unnecessary because like you should be aware on the road already. It's just that maybe in the area where there's a lot of cats, then maybe I think is they felt a need to put up the sign.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe low-key smart.
I would say this is dumb.
Wow.
Like honestly, right? As
Dumb
a
for the drivers or dumb to put it up?
It's dumb to put it up, right? But if you're a driver, right, you're also a bit stupid. Because to be honest, right, as a driver, right, how can you not notice there's a cat in front of you?
Yep.
Yeah,
Why if
especially
they dash out?
I mean, if they dash out, right, I've driven like along roads where there are cats, right? They can sense the vibration to a point where they will immediately kind of know how to move out of the way.
Yeah. But there must be a reason why they put there. Is it
Why
because
they put
there's
it
a
there,
lot of stray cats?
Next up, last one. A Malaysian woman, 34, allegedly cut off her boyfriend's genitals with a knife after finding out that he's married. So is this low-key smart, this is dumb, or just alamak?
Alamak.
The situation or the girlfriend doing it?
The situation and the girlfriend doing it.
The situation is alamak. The cutting off part is smart lah. The guy deserves it.
Yeah, like I saw Paul's face, right? Paul closed his eyes for like a good like 30 seconds. Like a good 15, 20 seconds before that. Josh also was like
crazy. But she probably get jail time for that.
No, confirm man. Confirm, bro. It's because it's technically an assault. But the thing is that the guy cannot reproduce anymore.
Yeah.
Like
but to her, is it worth it? Confirm worth it, right?
I mean, to her, it probably maybe it is. But the thing is that
you cheat me of all my time and effort, right?
Yeah.
There should be like repercussion for you.
Correct, but the thing is that he repercussion, right? Then his wife's gonna get divorced him already, right? Because he's basically his entire family line just ended right there. Yes, bros, we have come to the end of this week's episode of the Lao Jiaos Podcast with that. Alright, that was our Lao Jiaos Podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, please remember to like and subscribe to the Chit Podcast Network here on YouTube. And we have an episode that comes out every Friday. But at the same time, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday. And our Kopi Bowl show, where we come together and interview fun and amazing guests from around Singapore every Monday. Now, we hope that everyone has a great week ahead. But remember, we don't always talk cock, but sometimes we do.
Ow! Ow! Ow!